This episode of Critical Hit is being brought to you by Harry's. Join the millions of guys who are already saving money and go to harrys.com/critical hit to claim your offer. Hi, everyone. It is Steven Schleicher. And before we get into this week's episode, I wanted to tell you about some other Real Play Podcast things that we are doing just for our patrons. First up is Shadow of the Demon Lord. It is a very interesting game being run by Dr. Bradley Will, with myself, D&D Brian, Ian, and Robin sitting in on this game. It is a 13-part limited series that we currently have over at patreon.com/major spoilers, and it takes us into the worlds of demons and monsters, and man, there's a crazy conspiracy that Brad has cooked up for us. But it's also a really fun time. You can listen to that now over at patreon.com/major spoilers. Another one I can't tell you anything about yet, but it is a limited run. It is coming up in March, so like March 4th, I believe, is the official launch date. But I wanted to let you know about this now so that you could get over to patreon.com/major spoilers and sign up at the gold level to get access to that, the Shadow of the Demon Lord, which is a silver level show, as well as Flashback, our fan podcast about the CW series The Flash, as well as Matthew's monthly review called Why Do You Hate Me, where we make him, well, actually, you make him read some truly horrible comics, and he has to write a review on them. It's really a fun time. Trust me on that. Also, you can get the Major Spoilers pre-show, the show that we record before the show that we actually record and send out to you. Oh, it's all part of that Patreon experience, and I want to thank everyone who has become a patron. And we are getting closer and closer and closer to our next goal. That next goal is where patrons get Critical Hit episodes 2 weeks ahead of everyone else. In fact, if you signed up today at patreon.com/major spoilers at the silver level, you would be able to listen to next week's episode right now. Think about that. And of course, your pledges, your donations, your kind offerings to us through patreon.com/major spoilers goes right back into this show and everything that we do at Major Spoilers, so we can produce more content for you, including all that extra content, all that extra exclusive content that you're only going to find at our Patreon page, patreon.com/major spoilers. So, if you have never become a patron yet, now is actually a really good time. But here's the deal. If you're not currently a patron, do me a favor, and do everyone here at Major Spoilers a favor. Go to patreon.com/major spoilers and just check out what we are offering for you. You can look at the pledge levels, you can see what we're trying to do, you can see how we're trying to grow, and if you decide it's not for you, hey, that's cool. If you're already a patron, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for everything that you're doing to keep us going. So, thank you. Now, let me ask you a question. What if, when you went shopping for razor blades, there was a 50% off sale happening all the time? Shaving with Harry's is kind of like that. They offer premium blade refills as low as $2 each. That's up to 55% off compared to the prices of some of those other blade manufacturers. I love using my Harry's razors. I mean, I look forward to every time I get a new refill because it's like, oh, a new razor. These razors last a long time, by the way. But I can get in there and shave my neck, my face, every place that needs to be shaved on a growing man's body. And it works great. It's a close, comfortable shave. It's one that you can't beat. In fact, I'll be honest. I've tried the blades from these other manufacturers and other companies before. I've never really had a satisfactory shave until I started using the razor and the blades from Harrys.com. And Harry's wants to offer you even more savings than that 55% off. New customers who sign up at harrys.com/critical hit get $5 off Harry's trial set when you go to harrys.com/critical hit. How do they do that? Well, Harry's team combined a simple ergonomic design with 5 sharp blades. They source their steel from Sweden, manufacture the blades in a world-class factory in Germany. They cut out the middleman and ship direct to you, saving you money and time. And with this offer that they have going on, it's a 100% quality guarantee. If you don't love your shave, you let them know. They'll give you a full refund. 1% of all their proceeds, though, are set aside for nonprofit organizations devoted to helping provide access to better health care for men and veterans. So, here's the exclusive offer that you need to go check out. Harry's has this amazing offer for just listeners of this show. New customers get $5 off a trial set at harrys.com/critical hit. You get the 5 razor blades, the weighted handle foaming shave gel with aloe, and a travel cover. You can join millions of guys who are already saving by going to harrys.com/critical hit and claiming your offer. Thank you, Harry's, for helping support this episode of Critical Hit. Welcome to Critical Hit, a Major Spoilers podcast. Thank you so much for downloading and checking us out this week. And oh my gosh, I gotta say, I was a little worried.
That's a little by the skin of our teeth there.
Yeah, I mean, when you have 3 players go down in combat
at once,
yes,
Yeah, one shot
on a timed mission.
Yes, yeah. And you still are able to quote unquote succeed. That makes for some fun times.
I can't remember the last time more than one of us went down at all, much less with one strike.
Well, Seven Owls Wise has gone down quite a bit, but not completely down and out. Orem used to go down in the early days fairly regularly, I seem to remember.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to be a brawler and not a controller. So that played a little part into that.
A brawler?
Yeah, go in there and tank it up, and then got his little Eldrin butt kicked.
Yeah, wizards are well known for being able to tank.
Yeah.
Thank you, wizards.
Yeah. Someday I'll tell you guys about my Scion tank in 3rd edition. It's glorious. Anyway,
that one was fun.
I drove a Scion tank, got about 35 miles to the gallon.
Hey, depending on the Scion variety, like, was it one of the ones that had Khan as his main score?
Nope. I'll tell you about it later.
All right. Instead, Rodrigo, how about you tell us a game? How about we play a game and you tell us a story and we go on an adventure?
Okay.
And we win at the end.
And
how about that?
Win at the end and everybody's happy and nobody dies.
Yeah. Just
that
like
seems
life.
Highly unlikely.
Yeah, that's not happening. But
I think we've all died.
We'll meet somewhere in the middle.
Okay. Only the bad people die, the good people live.
Yes, only the bad people die, good people live. Everything was perfect and nothing hurt. So what were you guys doing last time?
On Critical Hit.
Critical Hit. We were turning off some radio towers before they brain fried everyone.
Yes.
We were going all Hogan's Heroes up the side of a mountain.
Right.
And destroying onions or minions or funyuns and turning off the towers, as Little Sparkle has said. And we did so with Palam and Panache and Kevin Spacey. No, not that. But it was interesting.
Okay. You guys managed to turn off the last tower, clear out all the enemies, and
Brother Lerna is dead. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, Dallin got him. So you managed to accomplish that. You're, like you said, sort of in this like a mountain path. It's a short mountain, but it's still a way to go all the way up, and you guys basically sprinted it. So between that and the fight, you guys are probably pretty ragged, especially who all failed a death save.
Me.
Not I.
Yeah, so Little Sparkle and Dallin. Those two are definitely feeling it. I'm sure Little Sparkle is probably very efficiently trying to mask having trouble breathing, and Dallin probably looks fine. But when you see him move around every once in a while, there might be some petals that shake loose from his hair or his clothing.
Sign.
Actually, my thing might have reset death saves.
Ooh.
Well, we'll look it up.
That's what I'm doing. The power I use to just reset myself entirely. Gain all your hit points and healing surges, automatically save against all effects when you recover all expended powers, or Nope, it does not reset death saves.
All right,
which is
so
interesting.
Just so you guys know, until you get a full rest, you are on your first death save. So if you go down again and you don't get healed, you are rolling for your second death save.
Gotcha. I will make a note.
Oh,
that's bad.
That is bad. So yeah, you guys are standing on this ledge, and there's a mountain path up ahead that should lead you to Fiend's palace.
Well, we will just continue to follow that then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can we take once the things are turned on, to a 5-minute breather?
Sure. Call.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, let assist us at all.
And that'll
that'll reset our
the encounter powers, and then I'm guessing
let us spend some healing surges if we need it, which I do.
Yeah. And since that last encounter was a weird multi-tier encounter, as a one-time bonus, I'm going to let you guys hit a milestone. So we'll count that as sort of 2 encounters.
Multiple encounters. Sweet.
Yeah. What does my ring do?
What does what do?
My ring.
So we also gain an action point?
Yeah.
You also gain an action point, yes.
Okay.
Nice.
And I will spend a healing surge, and it should take me up to full, I believe. Oh, no. I'm going to spend 2 healing surges and take me up to full.
Okay.
I'm also going to have to double surge.
I am at full.
1. I assume all our temps go away?
Yes, all your temporary hit points go away unless whatever you use specifically says that they don't.
I will spend 1 to restock my healing.
Okay.
And everything else is a daily, so all still spent.
All right. Well, you guys are... any other declarations, mode shifts, or anything? I don't think anybody actually has any in this particular party configuration.
I had been a freaky half vampire dude. Now I'm going to be a freaky half vampire dude.
Oh, okay.
Well, since I did...
I have a question.
What's up?
The epic trick says I can recover all of my expended daily powers.
Mm-hmm.
Does that include the daily power off of my armor?
I don't see why not.
Okay.
Unless, does it say all dailies? Let me see the
recover
wording on it.
All expended encounter powers, or recover all expended daily powers except this one.
So you pick dailies?
Yes, I picked dailies.
Yeah, I'll let it apply to that as well.
Okay.
All right. So if I have a utility power,
mm-hmm.
and it says doodly doodly doo. No, that is an encounter. Good.
Utility powers will be labeled as at will dailies or encounters.
Okay. In terms of the Guardian form, does it go away? Because I've never deactivated being on fire.
It does. At the end of the scene, it goes away. If you really want, for roleplay purposes, to still have it on, you can, but you can't just clench it until the next encounter. It is technically gone for mechanical purposes. But again, if you want to roleplay it that it isn't, that's fine.
No, I mean, it doesn't make a difference to me one way or the other. I just wasn't sure whether or not it would, just automatically deactivate because the encounter is over and we're in a new universe.
It only lasts till the end of the encounter.
Right. So it's only good for about 18 seconds at a time.
Pretty much. It's really, especially since it's a primal power and a gift from the spirits, it probably is that it's good in a pinch, and then you can't use it to show off. You can't use it to just like cook some burgers. That's like insulting.
Right. It can't be like walking into a bar going, ladies, and then catching fire.
Exactly.
Who's the hottest of them all?
That was so bad.
Good one, Sam.
Yeah, Sam gets that at cons all the time. Just guys on fire, just throwing themselves at her.
Yep.
So while you guys are sitting or just leaning up against things for a second, Aluche, Fangs, and Melifon come down to where you guys are.
Give a little wave.
You got them all?
Yeah.
That's good. Aluche walks past you guys and looks down the side of the mountain. Looks like the other team is reinforcing things, although, and if you guys look down, you can see that they're like actively engaged in a fight. But they do seem to have, they're fighting from a reinforced position. Basically, they now have what the bad guys had on you earlier. So they seem to be holding their own, but they're like currently in the middle of something. And I was just like, we might go down and help those guys here in a bit if they don't clearly have it in hand.
No, that seems reasonable. She'll like gesture to Brother Verna. He gave us a lot of trouble, so if they have any more like him, that tide can turn pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, he looks like a jerk.
Oh yeah,
dead jerk.
Yeah, no, he's not moving.
Oh, once I've finished taking a breather, actually go over to him and just A, confirm he's dead, B, make sure that like, I don't know, look for anything like keys or notes or arcane warning signals.
No. He had actually I think these guys had like a weird touch attack, so nope, he has like nothing on him other than a holy symbol.
Fair enough.
And some robes. So you guys are done resting up after a little while, and Aluche will walk you up the path, and the other two walk you guys up the path, and you find yourselves in a big kind of courtyard, maybe like a park kind of situation, and in the middle of it is a somewhat conservative palace. Really, it probably looks more like a really, really big mansion. It's like made of, it's got stone walls, but they're tasteful, like lots of windows.
Porch?
Like wood. It does have a porch type area, kind of like a wraparound porch.
Does it have a cement pond?
Not that you can see, but it wouldn't be crazy for it to have a fountain. It doesn't seem to be like a regular rectangle, so there might be kind of like a hacienda type thing, like on the opposite side or up one of the sides where there's another kind of courtyard and maybe a fountain or straight up a pond.
Okay.
Probably not made out of cement, but yes.
Oh, okay.
Concrete.
And coming out of it is a dark, spooky pillar.
Ooh, the dark, spooky pillar. Can we start to approach it?
Yeah. Oh, I should also point out that around there's, we'll say, 4 other towers, but they're not currently frying your brains.
Okay.
Brain scrambling towers. Okay.
That's good. So I'll get out my gourd.
Okay.
And start to approach it.
Okay. Yeah, Gord seems excited.
Ooh, okay. Go up. I'm like standing right next to it. Is that what I am?
The
pillar?
Palace? Yeah, you're like up to the door.
Okay. But the pillar's still inside. We have to go inside.
You would have to go inside. Yes.
All right. I open the door.
Okay.
First, I knock and say, "Is anybody there?" And then I open the door.
There is no answer in the picosecond or so that you wait to open the door.
Okay, good.
And the door opens. It is, you guys did this early in the morning, so there's light coming in. But there is, at least in this initial sort of kind of mezzanine type entrance, there is no lights or candles or anything.
Okay.
There are some nice kind of fainting couch type furniture, a couple of chairs, all it's like sort of formal but tasteful, that kind of thing. Nice, high quality stuff. And some like bookshelves, some like little pieces of art, like maybe sculpture sitting on some podium type things. I mean, a podium, like a little pillar.
Yeah.
What do you call those?
Yeah, pedestal.
Oh, this like a little display pedestal. It's kind of abstract.
Okay. No famous philosophers or anything like that?
No, but pretty sure probably some of those books have some interesting stuff in it. Where there's not a huge world-ending life and death situation.
Yeah. Got no
Does
time.
it look like, I don't know, either dusty, like, or
it does look
maintained?
dusty. It does look like it hasn't been traversed in a while.
So no footsteps in the dust that we can see?
No footsteps in the dust.
All right.
Nobody leaping out to attack us?
I mean, not yet.
All right.
It's the yet part you got to watch out for.
Can we tell which direction the pillar is?
Yeah, you just have to go pretty much straight in.
Okay.
We do. You said we're on a mezzanine, so do we need to go down some stairs to a main area?
There's a kind of there's a double stairway up to a kind of a balcony.
Okay.
And then once you go through the balcony, you'd be in the house proper, presumably in some sort of hallway.
Okay. We'll go that way.
And there's also, like, you can see, like, there's some doors on either side that are actually glass, and you can see through them. And there's like a sitting room that doesn't seem to lead anywhere. And maybe like kind of a breakfast nook type place that also seems to be doesn't have any other doors to it. But if you guys go up the stairs, open the door and go down the hallway, this hallway is like solidly in the middle of the house. There are rooms on either side, but there's actually no natural light coming in. You guys see a white light, just, it's not like blinding or anything, but you see a white light all the way at the end of the hallway and around the corner. We'll say around the right.
Approach it.
Okay. As you approach, again, there's like doors on either side. If you like peek in any of the doors, they're just, the rooms that you might expect there to be. You would imagine that there's probably like bedrooms and stuff deeper in the house. These are like parlors and dining rooms, as well as like a couple of bathrooms. But once you make it to where the light is, there is a lantern with a little. It's not very big. It's probably about the size of like your water bottle that you take to the gym. And inside, it's it's got two sides that are clear, that are glass. There's a candle inside with a white flame, and then the other two sides are mirrored so that it projects the light forward, and it is floating in midair.
Interesting.
It's like high enough that if one of you wanted to like reach out and like touch it, you could, but the ceilings are high, so it's like above your head.
I will reach out and touch it.
Okay.
Of course.
It gives when you touch it. Like, it's not like full on like a balloon. Like, it doesn't just like float away. But yeah, it like if you tap it on the bottom, it like travels a little distance in the direction that you tapped it. Like, an inch or so, maybe.
Any idea what this is, Randus?
Do I have any idea?
Well, it appears to be some sort of magical source of illumination.
I think it might just be light.
Huh. Oh. Okay. Well, I guess let's keep looking if this is just part of the
decor.
Yeah.
Does it seem to match the general aesthetic?
No, this is actually a little bit like a little bit more Spartan than the rest of the house. Like, this house is like nice, This is like retro, or what I want to say. Like, yeah, it looks like a mundane lantern, as opposed to, probably something here which would like be attached to the wall through some fixture with some filigree to it. This looks like the sort of lantern that like somebody would carry like as a night watchman or something out in a town somewhere.
I'll just
Again, except for the fact that it's clearly magic and floating in the air.
Right.
I'll look at like basically like what it's specifically illuminating. Like if this was put here maybe to draw attention to something.
So there's a hallway in the opposite direction. Basically, you guys have gotten to a T intersection, and this thing was on the right.
Does the hallway go on past to the right, past the lamp?
Yep, it goes down a ways and around the corner.
And then also
maybe grab the lamp and head down this direction. Maybe it's meant to serve as a beacon, or it's was left by someone who was here before.
Could be. Do we want to grab it?
I mean, I could sneak ahead a bit and scout.
To the left or to the right?
I'm going to go to the right.
Okay. You go to the right, look down the hallway, and down the hallway, there's another light, but it looks different. It's like a different color. It's like bluish.
But similar floating lantern style?
Probably. It's around the corner.
Right.
What's back to the other way? To the other?
You go down that way?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
that way.
So we're at that T intersection. She went right and saw the blue light.
Yeah, so I'll double back
left.
to our original one and then go left.
Okay. There doesn't seem to be any magic lamps down that way.
All right. Then I think that someone left us beacons. So
left
I'd say
or left someone.
Left someone. So it's best lead we got. So I'd say let's follow the lights.
Okay.
Yeah. Is somebody grabbing the lamp?
I will grab the lamp.
Okay. Yeah, it like doesn't fight you on it. If you grab it, you have one magic lantern.
Ooh, make a wish.
Sakar has one magic lantern.
Yep.
If I tell you what the wish is, it won't come true.
Yeah.
I'll
just
lead back to the next one.
Okay. Yeah, when you get there, there's a very similar lantern. Maybe style is slightly different. Maybe this is like a one with like a mechanism for opening and closing it so that you can like send a signal or something. Like maybe more of a maritime lantern. But similar deal with a candle, except the flame in it is blue.
Interesting.
I'll grab that one.
Okay. You have one magic lantern.
Blue
and then,
in parentheses.
Sure enough, once you look down the hallway where it was around the corner, there's another light down the way.
Shall we keep going?
I guess we'll keep going.
I think so.
I mean, does this feel like we're moving in the direction of where the pillar is at?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
as best as the architecture of this house allows, and I mean, I would have let you know at some point if there was something non-Euclidean happening here.
Okay.
So,
right.
So far, it does seem like you have traveled the appropriate amount of space.
Okay.
Perhaps these lanterns are to direct the occupying forces to where they need to be.
Possible. But it doesn't seem like anyone's been here in a while.
It has been some time.
So
next lantern.
Yeah, let's go and see what's there.
All right, you guys walk to the next lantern. This one has, again, just a different architecture to it, but it's similarly a pretty simple looking lantern. It has a candle in it, except the flame on that candle is green, and it is right outside two big doors that lead to, you would imagine, a room of some kind.
Open the door?
You don't want to take that candle, Randus?
I suppose.
I'll check the door for traps or explosive runes or something.
Okay. It does not seem to be trapped.
Is it locked?
It is not locked.
Okay.
Is it heavy?
I mean, it's sturdy, but it looks like the hinges are in good working order. So it, like maybe like anything younger than a 10-year-old would probably have trouble opening it, but any grown person would be okay. Again, if the door like fell on you, yes, it would be very heavy, but it's a well-built door on some good hinges.
Let's open it.
Okay. You guys open the door and find yourselves in a study. Close to the far end of the study, there is a desk, and there is someone reading at the desk. There are bookshelves on the walls. There's no natural light coming into this place either. Again, you're kind of in the center of the house. Like, if you were to like continue moving straight, you are pretty sure that you would get to the pillar, except there actually doesn't seem to be a way out of this room specifically. So you'd have to like backtrack and go around some other way. The candle that this person is reading by is giving off a sort of golden light, and you can see that this person has, when you compensate for the coloring of the light, has a bluish skin and long hair. You can see that she is wearing some nice sort of scholars, maybe traveling scholars clothes, and has, two white featureless eyes and then a third white featureless eye in the center of her forehead. Those of you that have seen her before recognize her as Thene.
Did she appear to notice us coming?
She does. She kind of looks. She looks like she looks up. I mean, she doesn't have like pupils. So, and then like kind of goes back to her reading, and not in a terribly rude way, but in a sort of like you're all the way on the other side of the room. So she's going to wait for you to like walk up to her desk.
Close the distance.
Yeah.
All right.
Like she's not going to shout.
I'm going to get closer then.
Okay.
Hesitantly follow.
All right. So everybody walks up?
Sure. Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to look around the room for, I don't know, hidden people or trap doors or anything else that, secret illusions.
Okay.
Walk up cagely.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Sure.
Invisible vampires.
Wait, you can turn invisible now?
I've been able to turn invisible for like 3 seasons.
He's been able to turn invisible for like 10 levels now.
I only have a 25.
Okay. Yeah, you don't really notice anything. But this room is not very well lit. These candles these lanterns don't light up a lot of area. Like in D&D terms, they probably light up a like 1 square area around you. Like they are candles or like lanterns literally for finding your way inside your house, which Randus and Sakar are certainly used to the concept, coming from a very sort of medievally feudal place. It's probably a little bit weirder for little Sparkle.
Yeah, it's like how inefficient.
Yeah, to not have indoor lighting. And, of course, Dallin comes from the Feywild where, you can just convince a family of dragonflies or fireflies to live in your house and light everything you do.
Yeah, but everything about this place is weird.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of that.
Yeah. So, as you guys walk up, she looks up and closes her book and just sort of looks at you expectantly.
Should we speak to her?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Thene.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
So, your people asked us to rescue you.
Yes, I I had an inkling that something like that might happen. As you know, I allowed Asmodeus' forces to take over the island so as to reduce any damage. But I suppose you're always going to have young, brash people itching to take back what they feel is theirs without having all the information.
It's what we do.
What is all the information?
Well, I suppose the most relevant information is that I did allow Asmodeus to take over, and I have, in fact, been working with him for quite some time. This was all part of a plan, and this is kind of certainly a hiccup to it. But things can be remedied. Rebellions can be squashed, and in fact, usually, according to most literature, are.
So you sent us to his laboratory so that he could spring the trap on us?
I did. We had already had an agreement at that point. And he did say that he wasn't going to kill you, so I suppose that made the deal a little bit better for me, but I feel that to oppose Asmodeus at that juncture, and still at this juncture, would mean the end of this place, the end of all my gathered knowledge, and some form of knowledge will always spring up during tyranny. It's usually the sort of nasty, forbidden knowledge, but knowledge is knowledge.
So you haven't been sending coded messages to your followers?
Have I? No. That's something that's been happening?
No, not that I know of. Actually, we just came here to see this magnificent pillar for ourselves. If you'd just show us where it is, we'll be take a good look at it, and we'll be on our way.
Yes, I suppose that would be part of your plan. But unfortunately, here is where your plan must end. And she stands up from her desk, and the doors close behind you. And she says, I will take those now. Thank you for bringing them. And the lanterns fly out of your hands. And 3 other lanterns from other places in the room light up and fly to her as well. And she says, I'm so forgetful. I totally didn't even know these weren't in the room, but thank you for bringing them back, and make peace with whatever it is you believe in. And she sort of starts to hover, and we'll roll initiative.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Dahlin initiative.
19.
Wow. It's been a while since we got into the teens. Little Sparkle.
27.
Also, wow.
I know, right?
7 Owls Wise.
35.
That's what I'm talking about. Sakar.
32.
And Randus.
27.
So the lanterns. So here you guys are. You're seen. She's got 6 lanterns floating around her. One of them has a white flame, one a golden flame, one a violet flame, one a blue flame, one a red flame, and one a green flame. There are, like bookshelves and chairs and stuff, but, and a desk, but they're not going to impede your movement enough to be difficult terrain. Feel free to describe jumping over a desk or whatever if you want.
Sliding under.
Yep.
Vaulting over like Errol Flynn.
Yep.
Burning the room down.
Any questions?
So I notice these lanterns have initiative. Does that mean that they can be targeted?
Possibly. But you'd have to either do some rolls to figure it out or just risk it and take a shot at them.
All right, fair enough.
What else? All right.
I see that Thene has 2 HP bars.
She has 3.
Oh,
she has 3?
She's a god.
Yeah, right. There's a red one, a black one, and a yellow one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, The black one kind of blends into the bottom of the book.
Yeah, it's true. I thought that was just the bottom of the book.
Incidentally, you guys also have that. Like, this isn't like overflow hit points. Like, these are markers for me to remember. The red one is her hit points. Other things are other things, and feel free to like get into your character box and use your other bars however you want.
I usually do.
Yeah, this is just for me to remember things.
Fair enough.
What things?
You'd probably have to roll for that, definitely.
It was worth a try.
You should open your mouth a little wider when you speak.
Does she occupy one square, or does she occupy the 3x3 square?
She just occupies one square. This circle is actually just a functional circle because the Pung file I found is clear.
Okay.
So she you can barely see her.
Right.
All right. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
I guess.
As ready as we're ever going to be.
Filled in your hit points and everything?
Yep.
I'm absolutely filled with regret for using Deacidal Eye on the last fight.
Makes sense. Okay. So first up, Theen, who is just kind of hovering in place. She's just kind of floating there in, like a god pose, like, feet straight down, arms sort of to her side, palms out, kind of
the Dark Phoenix mode.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And the lanterns around her will spin, and the white one will light up a little brighter. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So it will flash with a beam of white light, and add little sparkle. It will deal 40 radiant damage to you.
Ow.
And ongoing 20 radiant save ends.
Ow. No attack roll, just happens?
It just happens.
Okay.
If you have stuff that triggers on being hit, we can talk about it. But these things, this one at least doesn't roll.
Okay.
Let me put a thing on you to show that you're taking ongoing damage. And then that'll move us to 7 elsewise.
Drop an Oath of Enmity on Theen.
Okay.
Move right up next to her.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try to wrap her up with ghostly chains.
Okay. What does that do?
Let's see. On a hit, 3 weapons, wisdom modifier damage, and the target is slowed. Save ends. On a miss, half damage, and the target is slowed until the end of my next turn. If 2 or more of your allies are adjacent to the target is immobilized instead of slow.
Okay.
But I think at this point we need to try to contain her as much as possible instead of waiting for everyone else to move up here. So I will roll a 2d20. POW 40 versus AC. Probably not going to hit.
40 versus AC will hit.
Oh, nice. All right. Then this will do 3d10 plus 22 damage. So that'll do 30 damage, unfortunately. And the target is slowed. Save ends.
Untyped?
Yes, it does not have a type.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Save ends?
Save ends, yep.
Yeah. 7 elsewise goes up and...
Oh, I want to shout something as I do this.
Okay, go ahead.
Tyrants destroy knowledge that doesn't benefit their narrative, right? And I wrap her up in chains, and she's slowed down for thinking about that.
Okay. I'll point out that when you strike her, you feel like you hitting, but it doesn't really register on her skin. Like she doesn't have like a bruise, and her head might turn if you like hit her in the face, but she'll just like snaps back and doesn't really seem fazed by it.
Okay.
So it will be Sakar's turn. She does not quip back. She seems to be concentrating.
Did she take some damage though? Just out of curiosity.
Looks like it.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. I just couldn't couldn't make it out completely.
Yeah, you can.
So.
It's hard to tell, but like, see that black bar? So that black bar is full all the way. So she took some damage.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
So 7 Owls Wise just did what?
Wrapped her up in some ghostly chains.
Yep. And in so doing, with a flourish, I bet he kind of ducked a little bit.
Sure, whatever.
At which point, a vampire literally launches over his head for the second half of what is a clearly planned and mapped out and done before during the Dwarf War 2-person, one of whom may be human, one of whom may not attack.
Is this a
just a cool thing?
Okay, is this one of your really good attacks?
This is one of my best attacks. Yes.
Okay, then I'm going to throw in Divine Guidance onto this, Rodrigo.
Ooh.
Okay.
This is a close burst 10.
What's the trigger?
Trigger, an ally within 10 squares of you makes an attack roll against your Oath of Enmity.
Okay.
The target makes a second attack roll and uses either result.
Nice.
Okay.
So I can attack twice?
Yep. Well, you attack. You do 2 attack rolls, 2d20 K1. You can keep either result.
Okay. So as he launches into the air, he also kind of bursts into flaming trees, form of the Autumn Reaper.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack her with my Warding Smash.
Where are you moving to?
Right. I want to say here, unless I can go on the other side and flank. I mean,
do you have the movement for that?
I can leap over her. My movement is like 11.
If you've got 6, you can come around the side and flank.
Yeah, I just like the idea of
3, 4, 5. Not without provoking. That I can see.
Yeah, whatever sneaky way.
You can't.
Left, down, down, right.
Oh, okay.
VA start.
So if you can do it, then yeah.
So I'd end up here?
Yep, you can do it. Yep.
Okay. Awesome thing happens. I am now a flaming tree blood demon of darkness and shadows and hate facery.
Okay.
So you're saying I can do the 2DK one for this attack?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you get a +2 for flanking.
You get a +2 for flanking. Do I get a +2 from the attack?
No, but she is slowed, so that doesn't do anything, right? That just brings down her.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. So 46 versus AC.
That'll hit.
Okay, I'd like to trigger the power of my sword.
Okay.
As a free action, when I make a successful attack, I now deal an extra 3d8 necrotic damage.
Okay.
So let me see how all of that math is going to work, because math is very hard, you see. Can I do 5d8 plus 3d8, or should I just do 8d8?
Yeah, you can. I think you can. What type of damage does that power that you're using specify a type of damage?
The power does not. The sword does.
Right. So it would be all necrotic, right?
It would, yeah.
Yep. So yeah, you might as well just roll the whole thing since it's all the same damage type.
8d8. All right.
Yep.
That sounds nice. I like the sound of that. It would be really great if I could do even more damage. Let's see. I had a minor attack and the thing. That's a free action. I had to move and to do the attack, so I don't have anything left that I could throw in there, even if I wanted to. I know I have a thing, but I don't have a way to trigger it. So, no. The killing of 60 damage.
Okay.
All necrotic. Doesn't really do me much good, but I regain an equal amount of hit points. So those last 3, I don't really need any hit points, so I can't regain them.
Okay.
Hang on. And Warding Smash, does it have a secondary? The target is knocked prone.
Oh, seriously?
That's what it says, yes.
Nice.
Well, that's great.
Okay.
So is she actually knocked prone?
Yep. You run around and you hit her and she falls to the ground on one knee.
Wow.
Okay.
You also can tell that she didn't take as much damage as you had coming in.
Nope.
So necrotic is not as strong, huh?
Yeah.
Well, bummer.
Must be a fighting type.
I will physically fight you.
What else there for Sakaar?
Right. Unless I action point, that is all of the Sakaar.
Okay. You got an action point?
I'm afraid.
dislike that, but I also...
No, don't spend the action point yet. We don't know enough information. We need to be spending like knowledge checks or perception checks or thievery checks or some combination to figure out what these lanterns do and start deactivating them. Otherwise, we're going to lose probably to their having way more actions than there are of us. So save it because we might need you to, at a clutch time, make a nature check or something like that to turn these things off.
I mean, he could make a nature check now, and it's not going to cost him anything.
Well, you already took a move in a standard action. I'm saying
you can make a knowledge check as a minor action.
I used a minor to activate my guardian form.
Then you probably don't want to spend an action point to make a knowledge check.
No,
probably.
I agree.
Leave that to the nerds.
However, you can free action to marker.
Yeah, this is these kind of checks. Right now, it's time for Seven and Sakar to do the punching. So yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
If only for distraction purposes, it's time for us to do the punching.
Okay. All right. She has fallen on the ground, but will whip the golden flame lantern, and she'll level it at Sakar. So Sakar takes 40 lightning damage.
Lightning?
Yeah, my money says that each of them does a different type of damage, and she's shooting things at things that we don't have defenses to.
What color was this one?
Yellow
this
is lightning.
one is gold.
The gold. So radiant,
the white one was
gold, necrotic, probably acid and fire.
What one was gold?
Gold was electric.
Electric.
Gold was lightning. White was radiant.
Oh, white.
Let's not assume anything about the others just yet.
So yeah, basically a lightning bolt shoots out, hits Sakar. Sakar disappears, and then there's a second lightning strike back here, and Sakar appears there. So you can teleport it away.
No, I was
he
just
does
trying to
not
see.
have lingering damage on him.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
Do I
interesting.
have any defense against lightning? And I don't think I do.
Okay, so take your 40.
I take my 40.
All
But
right.
I'm pretty salty about it.
It's all right.
Is it?
I mean, if you're salty about this one, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or just 4 more to go. Randus.
All right. Well, first thing first, I'll roll a d20 using my Keeper's Prescience to bank that a 2. So that might not be much use, but we'll see.
Well, it could save us from a botch. That's what it can do.
Yeah. I think I'll go ahead and spend 1 minor action to do my Trick of Knowledge and roll an arcane check.
Okay.
106.
I mean...
Well, rolled a 2 on that, too. Let's see. 44 gives me +2 bonus to all attack rolls with arcane powers. Wouldn't be my favorite outcome, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah, tank it, Randus.
Are you accidentally rolling that 2-sider again?
Nope. Shoot. Use my move to try to Arcana to figure out these lantern things.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Or Thien.
I would let you. You have a choice. You can either give me a roll for generally how do these things work, or you can try to suss out specifically how one lantern works.
And would I guess actually religion were applicable?
It would be religion, yes.
Okay, yeah. That seems far more logical.
Yeah. So which one would you rather do?
Is there a particular one of these we're scared of?
I mean, I guess, so one question is Thien herself, like how we actually defeat her. Like I have the starfish, but I'm kind of saving that for Asmodeus. So if there's a better way to the question is like, I think a knowledge check on Thien and how she's operating and how she's dealing with like damage right now would be effective. Because if there's some special trick we're going to need to do to like turn off her regeneration or keep her down or burn down this library with her in it, we should probably know that.
I will try that then.
Okay.
Roll religion on Thien.
Okay.
Do we know
another 2?
Wow.
That's a
Would
39.
you like to substitute that for your other 2?
No.
Actually, don't.
Yes, I might need that.
You might need that.
Seriously, put away your 2-siders.
I mean, let me just.
I mean, at least he's rolling high on the two-sider.
Let me double check because your skill is so high. Let me double check what a hard DC is. That actually hits a hard DC.
Nice.
I guess here's what I can tell you about Theen.
Okay.
She's got a pretty hefty resistance to both necrotic and radiant damage. You guys, like, it doesn't show, but you do seem to be damaging her. It also looks like she's spending whatever attention or energy she has on operating these lanterns. As far as what's the secret trick to kill this god, that takes other gods years of research to find out. So no, you can't just like have a look at her and be like, oh, how you kill this?
One simple trick. Question.
Yes.
Sam had kind of name-checked something, and I wasn't sure if we knew for sure. Is the starfish, by design, a single-serving item? If we use it to kill Theen, is it dispersed or dismissed or used up? Do we even know that?
Gang, who remembers?
I don't remember, to be honest. I do remember
I don't either.
the
I remember.
void god was
So
like,
we know that
use it to kill a god to give him power. That's all we know.
That it would transport the power from the god into his realm, which I assumed was a one-time thing.
Yeah, I think that was a one-time thing. I don't know if we determined the lethal god properties was a one-time thing.
I realized that. I don't know that either.
And did we have some research assistants looking at it?
I feel like we asked him when he gave us the thing.
I believe he had told you that he gets the godly energies of the first god you kill with it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well, if it's a first, then someone's going to get stabbed.
I was going to say, this is probably the better god for him to have the portfolio of.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
I
mean,
exciting.
Now, did you just say the first god you stab with it, or the first god you kill with it?
The first god you kill with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to myrtleize them.
Yeah, we also could, not actually kill her with it.
Right.
Sure. I
think if we're using the starfish, that's intentionally lethal. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I would not let a god who is actively trying to kill us live and try to take her captive. That seems deeply questionable.
Yeah.
Things you guys should have really covered on your way in.
Yes.
What else do you do there, Randus?
Okay, so standard action. I'm kind of thinking just give everyone a +5 power bonus to all D20 rolls until the end of my next turn. Which maybe I should have opened with that.
That's all right.
So, that would be my standard action. So I will do that. But you cannot score critical hit while this power's in effect.
At all?
Well,
even if you
for
roll
this whole turn. Yeah, if you roll a 20, it's just 20. It's not going to be a critical. Yep. Yeah. So, does that sound good to everyone?
Sure.
I mean, I haven't seen any of us roll a critical in quite some time, looking back at the rolls. So, sure, why not? Next three rolls are 20s.
2 crits last fight.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go.
I was going to say.
All right, Shadow Dolan, get in here.
All right. I spend the action point, or not the action point, but my standard action, and there's no roll on that. So that happens. I guess my analytical mind is just putting me into turbo warlord mode and telling people when and where to strike.
Okay.
Are we still connected to the teleportation? Or not teleportation, the telepathic
link?
Now I'm going to say that wore out.
Okay.
That's fair.
Well, I think
don't
the person
remember
who was...
exactly how long those rituals last, but it's been a couple scenes since then.
Yeah, and also the person who was the telepathic link went down, so...
And I'll just end my turn there and not spend an action point.
Okay, so make sure you remind people as they're getting ready to roll that they have that.
All right.
+5.
Everyone's
okay, God Killer.
That's going to take us to a little sparkle.
All right, so I guess what kind of action would it take to try to figure out how to maybe deactivate or destroy one of these lanterns?
Would be a religion check.
Ugh. I cannot do anything with like thievery or perception.
Nope.
All right. Well, that's not great. All right. I'm leaving that to people who are better than that at me then, and gonna take solace in the fact that she seems to actually be taking damage to try to do some damage. So I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20 into the flank.
Okay.
And let's start this off with bang. All right, then I will move down to, I first take my 20 ongoing damage. Which I believe immediately, which knocks me to bloodied, which then makes my regenerations trigger.
Nice.
So I guess.
But regeneration triggers at the top of the round.
Well, poop. All right, well, then I'm just bloodied.
Okay.
Now, does it take a minor for her to equip her starfish onto her weapon?
It would to put the starfish on.
All right, then I will take the minor action to do that.
Unless you have quick draw, then I'd let it be part of an attack.
I do have quick draw.
Well, then yes, you can just take it out and put it on a thing as part of the attack.
Then she will pull out her dagger, slap the starfish on, and say, "You're going to regret your allegiances." And let's start this off with Scoundrel's Philosophy.
All right, hold on just a second. Let's see if I can throw anything else in on this for you.
Wait, I've got a +5 to D20 rolls right now.
Yep. Good omens.
Let's see. Win. Nope. I have nothing else that will help you.
Yeah, you get your one leadery thing. Everything else is destruction.
All right, that's it.
No worries.
What does Scoundrel's Philosophy do?
That's my counterpower. I'm thinking of actually using something nastier than if I've got this +5 bonus.
Yeah.
But because I can. Let's do every trick in the book. Because that's a great thing for multiple rolls. So I'm gonna make a D20 roll, and that's gonna check against all of her defenses, and we'll see what happens. Oh wait, no, she's already prone. That would be kind of a waste. Let's
punch her with a massive daily.
Yeah, let's do a hilt slam then. Actually, I don't want that. All right, let's do vicious cooperation. That'll be fun. So, it's gonna be an attack versus her AC. So, got flanking plus that +5 is gonna be that. Wow. Okay. Well, that's a nat 20, but I can't crit. So
sorry.
Way to go, Brian.
Of course.
Way to go, Brian.
Okay.
And that is way to go, Brian.
Well, it hits.
That's all right.
That's okay. Little Sparkle's crits are that's not where she gets her damage.
Okay.
No. All right. Let's do some damage then. All right. So she's gonna take 59 damage.
Okay.
And then she's gonna be under some an ally flanking the target with me can make a melee attack against it as a free action.
Nice.
So yeah, go ahead and do that.
Melee basic. Here it comes. 47 versus AC, which will hit.
That'll hit.
And that will do 24 damage.
Okay.
All right. And then I'm going to use my minor action to sneak in the attack. Until the start of my next turn, and the next ally who hits the target and has combat advantage against it is going to deal extra damage equal to my sneak attack dice.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to declare a reaction.
All right.
I'm going to use my Panther Spirit Armor. Immediate reaction, an ally within 5 squares of me hits an enemy with a melee attack and is flanking that enemy. The triggering ally regains hit points equal to half the attack's damage.
Ooh, fancy.
So go ahead, Sparkle.
All right, so that'll be 29 damage for me. I assume you round down?
Yeah.
Cool. That's great. Let me take a look. I'm not sure if that takes me out of blooded. Yep, I am no longer blooded. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, I'm done.
All right. Well.
And that was move minor standard.
Save ends.
Oh, yeah, right. Make the save against the ongoing damage.
Yep.
Nope.
Okay.
+5.
Say what?
Wait, does that actually count?
It says to all D20
rolls.
Oh, well, there you go.
You
Sweet.
save.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Even though you didn't get to crit. That's amazing. We like that.
And I'm guessing you're not bloodied anymore?
Correct.
Okay, all right.
Unblood.
Crit would have been 5 more damage.
I mean, I'd get to roll extra dice from having a magic dagger, but still.
So when little Sparkle strikes her with the starfish dagger, does anything happen besides Dean getting injured?
Nope.
Okay.
Is she visibly taking any damage yet?
Yes. She's bloodied, so she does look like she's under some distress. Okay. That is going to take us to Thene's turn.
Oh boy.
So she is going to stand up, by which I mean just start floating again. And then she is going to take a healing surge from Seven Else Wise and Little Sparkle and heal.
That's all right.
Ew.
That's all right.
So we lose the healing surge?
Yep.
That's unfortunate.
And she's no longer bloodied.
So did she heal the value of their healing surge?
No.
No, she has.
If she did,
values.
that would be totally ridiculous.
Oh, I wasn't sure.
And
now she's slowed, so is that end of her turn? Okay.
Yeah, that's all she's doing.
Okay.
So then the violet flame.
So is she still bloodied?
She's no longer bloodied.
Okay.
So let's see. Violet.
She's also marked.
She is marked. Yep. So Seven Owls Wise is going to take 40 psychic damage and then charge the nearest opponent he can charge.
Oh no.
So
it's me.
That's either Dallin or Randa, so you get to pick.
Oh. So where are these things floating around? I see them lined up along the side. That's not where they're actually physically
That's
located.
no, they're around her.
Ah, okay.
So would you like to charge Dallin or Randa's?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's brain blasting you.
Probably Randus.
Okay.
Go there, I think.
We could see who is harder to hit.
That's true.
Well,
I've got a 40 AC.
You have a 40 AC? What's your AC, Brian?
My AC is 41.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll charge it for Randus.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll.
What am I rolling?
And remember, you get a +1 for charging and a +5 from Randus.
So this is a melee basic?
Yeah, it would just be a melee basic attack. Yep.
All right, so... Sorry, right on at 41.
Wow.
I'll make sure I did that right.
If I would have rolled higher on my Arcana check.
Yeah, sorry, bud.
All right,
so
take... roll damage, unless Randus is doing anything, although I don't think you can because you already used an immediate. Yeah.
I don't have anything anyway.
Oh, sorry.
Protect myself. What?
10 plus 18. 26 damage.
Just normal damage?
Normal untyped damage.
Okay.
Monk unarmed strike damage.
Oh.
Fisticuff damage.
Well, actually, it's steadfast stone key focus damage, but untyped.
Hey, the good thing is, if he had critted on you, he wouldn't have been able to crit.
True. There's that.
That would have been
All
fantastic.
Right. That's going to take us to Dallin.
Hey.
So, do I have to do any save-in stuff? Or am I still controlled, or is this a one-time thing?
Nope. You basically come to with you see some blood on your fist and realize that you just decked Randus super hard.
My friend Randus, I have decked him. I'm sorry, Randus. I don't know what's come over me.
Yeah, and it was very obvious. Randus, when he saw him, when Randus sees him charging at him, his eyes are glowing violet.
Violet
very
glowing.
Clearly being controlled.
Right, cool. And it's almost like I'm doing one of the wushu, just kind of moving without moving my feet, the floating punch right at him, charge, pow.
Yep.
Okay. Lightning crackling from my eyes.
She's still prone, right?
Yes. No,
nope.
She's standing up.
She stood up.
Oh, she stood up. Right. I'm the last person. Because, of course, I'm the last person.
Yeah, you're not the last person. We still got a bunch of flames to go after us.
Don't remind me. I'm going to curse the lady.
Okay.
But I also don't want to waste the chance to do the things. She has nothing else that would cause her to be granting combat advantage right now, right?
Nope.
Nope.
All right.
Probably going to have to go to someone who can flank with me.
I mean, I can do that. I just want to unload dailies on her, which are all from range.
Sure. No, luckily there's a probably Sakar or 7 will be able to take advantage of the sneak attack.
Yeah. If I didn't have to move first, I will get combat advantage on her. All I have to do is move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have concealment. I have combat advantage.
Fancy.
I am shrouded in darkness. Let's go ahead and do Curse of the Golden Mist.
Okay.
Because this seems real useful.
What does that do?
It's the one that takes away standard actions.
Okay.
Yep, no way I can get prime shot, so 42 versus Will.
Okay. Okay.
I'm thinking
that'll hit.
Ooh, okay.
Yay!
But
boo!
As Dallin sends his energy from his blade at her, time appears to slow down as Dallin sees this like circle appear between him and her, which then kind of like glowing circle, which then appears to form into the shape of an open book, and the power fails. 7 owls can, since he's the local religious guy, and Randus, I'm guessing, since he has probably a pretty banging religion check, realize that this is some sort of godly grace type thing. And any power that stuns, dazes her, puts her to sleep, dominates, sends her elsewhere, polymorphs her, or causes her to lose actions, automatically fails.
Cool. I have basic actions now.
Ugh. Me too.
That include dazed and stunned effects?
Dazed and stunned effects.
Okay.
Ugh.
And even if it's just one component of it, the entire thing fails?
If it's like, if it was like subjective, like hit it with this, but under this circumstance, it dazes her and the circumstance is not met, I'd allow it. But yeah, even if it's just like along with everything else, it dazes or stuns or whatever, it fails.
Okay.
Did you say weakened or not weakened?
Not weakened. So it's stun, daze, sleep, dominate, send elsewhere, not teleport, just powers that like poof you away for a turn.
Oh, okay.
Polymorph or lose actions.
I have actions again.
There you go.
Wow.
Yikes.
That eliminates so many of my powers.
The two of you can communicate that to the rest of the team as this happens.
She doesn't blah, 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 blah. Don't do that stuff.
Yes.
Well said.
Yes.
He is a man of letters.
Since you didn't know ahead of time, you can get your action back, Rob. But from here on out, any power like that was that would be leveled at her also eats up the action that is used.
Did you say slowed in that?
I did not. And she is, in fact, currently slowed.
Okay. I forgot about that.
It is a long list.
Yeah.
I forgot about the fact that she was currently slowed.
Oh, yeah. You know what, Rodrigo? You did not save slow ends.
Oh, for her?
Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay. Let me see if she did.
She did.
She did.
Oh, so she's unslowed.
She is no longer slowed.
She is no longer slowed.
Restricting the type of actions she can take count as taking away actions?
That's why we love you, Rob.
Probably not.
Okay. Well,
how's your religion? How's your religion?
So the dark side of the moon is going to hit her.
Okay.
It's a 47 hit.
That'll hit.
That was another will attack?
That was another will attack.
Okay, so we know 42 hits, so...
I'm mostly will based unless I'm in her face.
Okay.
So that will be some amount of damage, a decent amount of damage. And she is slowed and restricted to making basic attacks until the end of my next turn.
Okay. Good thing I didn't get rid of that snail. Restricted to making basic attacks. It should be like Okay. Damage.
Working on it. I do have combat advantage, so How many more D6s am I throwing at this, Sam?
Oh, 5, and they're D8s.
Ooh.
And does he get to throw a +5 on this?
He did for the attack.
Oh, for the attack. Okay.
Yes.
So the damage is 40, 10 plus 12 plus 3d8 plus 7 for curse plus 5d8.
Correct.
Glorious.
Well, at least correct for my part. I can't
fish
really
hooks.
speak to all the rest of it, but that seems great.
I really want to do this live.
Do it.
Nice.
Woohoo!
That would be so
Spicy.
much fun to roll those dice.
Dang.
So,
77 psychic damage.
Ooh.
Was she resistant to psychic?
We're going to
Not
find
that we
out.
knew of. Not that you know, yes.
Well, I thought we got because we got radiant and necrotic
You
resistance.
got radiant
out
and
of her.
necrotic, so
Yeah.
presumably not. And she bloodied pretty good, so no.
She
Cool.
bloodied.
I'm an action point.
Okay.
Do it again. Do it again.
What do I get off of action points?
Melt her face.
All right. I could have done that to start with. Well, I gain concealment again. I gain +2 bonus to all.
I would spend
Spark's
all
hurting
of
a little,
my
right?
dailies. Huh?
You're hurting a little, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm use my daily power that I figured out that I recovered with Epic Trick off of Heroes Drake Leather Armor, which is when I spend an action point, I forego the bonus to all my defenses granted by the armor's property. Instead, an ally within 5 squares of me uses his or her second wind as a free action.
Sweet.
3,
I
4.
will do that.
Yep.
Yep, right
Okay.
at 5.
Can you put a little thing on me to indicate that I've got a +2 to defenses?
And how many temp hit points do I get because I spent not an action point, a daily item power? Oh, Artificer, Brian.
What's that? Sorry.
I spent a daily item power.
Okay. The temporary hit points are.
I think it's 21.
It is half level plus intelligence modifier. What are we? 26, 13 plus 8 is 21.
Haha. That would explain why I had 21 temporary hit points.
At the end of the last fight.
Yep. And I assume unload another daily seems like a good plan.
Sure.
I would think so.
Cool.
I don't know. Like, she's pretty close to down.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
might
but-
I don't know, go into a second mode or something like that.
Yeah, you have to defeat her 3 times, and the third time she's bright red and goes really fast. So
So yeah. If
So
the,
not unload another daily?
if the overspill damage isn't going to matter, I don't know.
I'd
It
say
depends
hit
on what
her.
the daily does.
There is no kill like
Damage.
overkill. I'd say hit her.
The other daily I have, the other daily I have that I can actually use for this fight is damage and ongoing damage.
I mean, ongoing damage is pretty good. She's got a while
Yeah.
before she.
I mean, I guess the question is, we don't know what's going to happen when she hits 0, considering these 2 other bars. Like, it would be
Right.
totally plausible for her to, like, purge herself of everything that's wrong with her and come back to full, and who knows.
Or-
So,
Yeah, that's my
But here's
concern.
the thing.
absorb
There's
one of those
also
flames.
4 rounds worth of lanterns about to attack us.
Yeah.
yes, that is
If you
also
can
true.
take her down or force her to absorb the power of the lanterns or something awesome like that, I say do it. But
Yeah,
that's just
let's
me.
go for it.
Let's just see what happens.
Kill her face. Kill her face.
All right, so what's happening?
I'm actually just going to use Dark Transport
And kill her face.
because it does more damage up front than the daily. Yeah, 49 versus Will.
That'll hit.
I just keep getting better at this.
I mean, a +5 helps.
Every single one of my attacks has been 2 better than the last one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, never mind. It's 5 and then 2. But every one of my attacks has just been higher, which doesn't happen often. Plus 12. So that'll be 36 damage.
Untyped?
And I can swap places with her, which seems,
No, keep her there.
yeah.
Okay, gonna keep her there.
Her attacks have been ranged thus far, haven't they?
She hasn't had any attacks so far.
Oh, that's true. I guess it's been all her lanterns.
All done?
2 standards, move minor. Yep.
Okay. All right. Blue flame. What does that do?
Was Curse of the Golden Mist expended?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she dropped to 0. Nothing happened, huh?
She didn't drop to 0.
Oh, okay.
She's hanging in there.
Oh my God, there's a tiny sliver of red there.
She would
It's
still
there.
be marked, right? So
Yeah, unclear if the lanterns actually care about the mark.
true.
No, clear that the lanterns do not care about the mark. She has
Okay.
attacked you.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
she has.
Mark.
Yeah. I keep forgetting that. I keep thinking the lanterns are part of her, which they may be, but they don't count towards her.
It's
mark.
a complicated part of her.
Yes.
Okay, so the blue flame will flash out and hit Sakar
Mm-hmm.
for 40 cold damage.
30 cold damage.
40 cold damage.
I don't get to soak it.
Oh, do you have resistance?
I do.
Oh, okay,
I have
then yes.
10 cold
Yes.
resistance at all
Yes,
times.
then yes. Okay, I see what you're doing. I thought you just misheard me.
I'm sorry, I was being obnoxious.
Okay.
So I will take 30 cold damage, 40, and then soak the 10.
Yep, and then you have a -2 to saves. Save ends.
Okay. Well, that's just mean.
All right.
That's like charging me an overdraft fee for not having money in my account.
Yeah, that's like
Just
cat
cool.
levels of bastardry.
That's just mean.
Okay, red. Where's red? Red will also target Sakar.
Okay.
Deal 40 force damage. So 40 damage of the type force.
Okay.
And you are dazed save ends. So basically it's just a huge blast of energy.
Okay. So I have been frozen and smacked.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Wait.
that's going to take us to the green flame.
Bet it attacks Will.
It doesn't. It doesn't attack anything.
I'm hurtful.
Oh boy.
That's a funny joke to 4 people.
Little sparkle will take 40 acid damage,
Ouch.
and then each of Theen's enemies adjacent to her takes 10 acid, which there isn't anyone.
Okay.
Which
So she's like-
will
Covered in acid and just flinging it around.
just take us back to the top of the round with the white flame, which will deal 40 radiant damage to Little Sparkle and ongoing 20.
Okay. Glad I got that healing. I'm bloodied again.
All right, and that's going to take us to 7 Elsewise.
All right. So we're guessing that anything that does radiant damage under the keywords, right? Keywords is where the type of damage, right?
Yeah, usually,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. So we're guessing that radiant isn't going to do anything to her.
Well, she's resistant to it. It's not going to do
Yeah.
much.
All right.
Half damage.
Then
It's going to
I
do
will.
less.
How about this? I'm going to. Man, I really wish we knew what these stupid flames did.
You could try to figure out.
Yeah, but that's going to cost me my standard action, right?
Right.
That's going to cost you
No.
a minor action.
Oh, a minor action? Oh, okay. Well, I'll do a minor action to find out how to, or I guess how these, what were the 2 options? How the flames function or how to take out one?
You can get general lantern knowledge, or you can look at a specific lantern and figure out what it does.
Man, I really don't want to do a single lantern and go, oh, yeah,
Yeah,
this one does acid
mean-
damage.
Yeah, exactly. So I would
All
say
right,
general
general.
one. Maybe that'll tell us how to deactivate them or...
Okay, now do I get a +5 on this still, right?
Yeah, until Randus goes again, I think.
I
Whoa.
scrubbed
Unfortunately.
that one. So,
Hey, good thing. Good, get it out of the way.
oh, hey,
right?
can I swap in that D20?
No,
Oh,
that's just for me. I'm sorry.
just for you? Okay, so that one's out of the way. So then that one went down the tube. So instead, I get really angry and I start whipping my corded key around and I fling it at Theen to wrap around her waist. I'm going to use Avenger's Demand. Get over here!
Okay.
And I'm going to pull her. You pull the target to an adjacent square to you, then you make the following melee attack against it. So I need to pull her next to me, right underneath me. And then I will make the... All right, so somebody help me out here. It says attack, wisdom versus AC. So my wisdom versus her AC? What am I rolling here?
So, does that not have a breakdown?
No, it doesn't. It has attack, wisdom versus AC, and then it's got hit and then censure of pursuit.
Let me look up the power
Okay, so
because
this
I
is
remember there being one that was written weird.
So this is Charm Divine Weapon are the keywords on this. So
Yeah. So at the bottom of the card, it should say what it is. Like, is it an Avenger power?
Yes, it is
or
an Avenger power. Yes, level 13 from the DP book.
What is it called?
Avengers Demand.
Avengers Demand. Yeah, Wisdom versus AC weapon. So it should have.
Is it just a D20 plus 29?
It should have the same as any other weapon attack.
All right.
For you, although again, some of your weapon attacks are like dex based. So let me just find one that. No, it should have the same bonus as your melee basic.
Okay.
So plus 29.
Yeah. All right. And I get a plus 5, and I get a roll twice since I'm the only hero next to the enemy. How that how that reads. Okay, POW. 45 versus AC, which will hit.
I will hit.
So now I'm doing, again, what's the damage on this? Melee basic, the 2d10 plus 18.
What does it say? What is
2 weapon damage
hit?
plus my wisdom modifier.
Yep, it would be exactly the same
Okay.
as your melee basic
Okay.
nowadays.
24 damage, and I push the target 2 squares and knock it prone. So I'm going to knock it back down towards, well, do I want to knock it back down towards you, Little Sparkle, because you're bloodied?
No, it's fine. She doesn't seem to do melee damage, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay, so I'll knock 2 squares down next to Little Sparkle.
Like there?
Yep, and she is prone.
And that's not the right. Do you remember what your Avenger's Censure is?
Censure of Pursuit. After you knock the target prone, you can shift 2 squares to a square adjacent to it. So I will go.
Let me see what your. You do have Censure of Pursuit, so
Yes,
do you want to?
I do. I want to move. Yeah. I can only move 2 squares. So it says you push the target 2 squares. Does it absolutely have to be 2 squares, or could I have pushed it 1 square?
You got to push her 1 square.
Okay, then I want to put it right here, and then I want to flank.
Sweet.
Okay.
Keep in mind that I'm about to attack.
That's fine.
Okay.
She's
but now
prone.
I count flank.
Well, she's prone. You'll get the combat advantage.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
Never
so it
mind.
doesn't really matter.
Groovy.
And so that should be, I did minor action to test the flames, which botched. They were too bright. Knowledge was just not ready for my mind. I got mad, whipped my my stone key focused cord at her, wrapped it around her, punched her in the face, sending her flying, and then I slid over next to her while she's on the floor.
Yep. And the lanterns just kind of float around to accommodate that. So they like float on over to her. But after 7 L's Wise knocks her down, it looks like she's unconscious.
But the lanterns still seem.
The lanterns are still up and around.
Okay.
It's going to take us to Sakar.
Attack a lantern.
Has anyone tried to attack a lantern?
Not yet,
No.
but I would use a power that is the opposite of whatever their power is. So the blue one, if you attacked it with your firepower, would probably be the
I don't have
best
fire
option.
powers anymore.
Oh, well, what? Don't you turn into a flame thing and attack with like heat
Yeah,
stuff?
he already did today.
Oh,
I
okay.
did that.
Your weapon does necrotic damage, right, though?
My primary weapon does.
Yeah, maybe attack the radiant one with that.
That would be the white one.
Here's my question. Would I know that they are targetable if I had a burst attack that allowed me to attack more than one?
Okay, so would you know that they are targetable?
Right. If I decided to try and use that power, would it expend the power and could be like, oh, nope, doesn't work.
Assuming they were targetable, would you be able to target all of them with a burst? Yes.
Yes. Oh, groovy. But I don't know that they're not, and the power will expend if I use it, is what you're saying.
That is correct. Unless you give me like a good solid religion check here.
You maybe try to figure out.
My religion check is probably duty, but you know what?
It's a minor action.
I rolled a nat 20 on religion once, and it worked really well.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a roll 20, and Randus hasn't gone yet.
Randus
so I get a
hasn't
plus
gone
5.
yet. So there you go.
Religion check of 33.
I mean, that's.
Don't poo-poo my 33.
I'm not. I'm saying
It's
that's
good.
better than
It's good, but
that's better than the average.
It's a hard DC, so no.
Crap cakes. Well,
maybe just burst and see what happens.
I mean, it's.
I think so.
It's worth a shot.
I mean, we'll find out what it does to each of them.
Squoosh. All right, so Warden's Lure, I pull each target, blubbity blue, bobbity boo.
Okay.
So, I guess I don't want to be here if I'm going to pull them. Do
I mean, you can still target them from there, right? They have to be adjacent to you at the end, so you're already there.
Yes.
You don't need to
The
pull them.
effect. Okay.
They are.
I was
they
thinking
are
that
in
this one
feet
has a-
square. They are very small compared to a humanoid.
All right, so I'm going to attack them.
Okay.
Okay, this is a theoretical question. I have the ability to hit with a sword that does not do necrotic damage. I have the ability to hit with a sword that does all necrotic damage. So the question becomes, is it better to hit with a sword that doesn't hit quite as hard, has a lower attack bonus, but won't be dealing entirely necrotic damage?
Will it deal some necrotic damage?
No, my offhand
Oh,
weapon...
I think the point is we want to see if something that would deal necrotic damage does the damage to the radiant object.
Right. So if we have to use the opposite thing, I mean, using the one that doesn't do any type damage may be wasted anyways.
True.
So big sword.
Yeah, maybe we'll see what happens, or who knows?
Yeah, maybe
this
nothing
might
will
just
happen.
waste it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know. It's all of unknowns.
Yeah, we keep failing our religion checks.
We're just
I'm losing my religion. Nat 20
That's a
though.
nat 20.
Oh, but it's before Randus rolls. Oh, boo, Brian.
Oh, 2 critical hits that I've.
It's a hit.
It is a
All
hit
right.
though.
With a truly excellent strike, Sakar just like nails all of those floating candles, which are like completely unaffected by being attacked.
Ow.
But it looks amazing.
It does. There's like sparks flying and everything. It's totally rad. But
It
now
makes
you know that
noise that swords make.
Yeah. Now you guys know that the candles can't really be attacked.
Okay.
Okay.
Time to God Killer it up. God Killer when it comes your turn.
Yep. I guess that's what we're doing.
Oh boy. Well, let's see what happens on my turn first. Well, let's see what happens
We
on
gotta
this.
let
All right.
this one go.
Oh, anything else for Sakar?
You don't suppose I can mark them if I didn't actually hit? Well, it won't hurt. Yeah, you can't mark something you can't attack. Good call.
Yeah, they can't. They
Matthew
just
knows
can't be
game.
marked.
All
right.
I was trying to see if I had anything that I could do some sort of backfire or arcane or
Did you already use your? Did you already use your action point?
No, but
What else?
He doesn't know what
Until-
else
What would
he's
you
gonna
do with it?
Yeah.
I want to state this, and I want you to understand that there's an important word in this next sentence. Until Theme gets up again, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
no,
fine.
No, exactly.
Let's let this thing go and then Randus go and then see if we can take Theme down before her turn, because there's 3 of us around and she's going to suck up 3 healing surges if she has that ability. Yep.
Well, presuming it's not a daily.
We don't know. Or recharge.
Presumably she's not dead. Randus, make us some knowledge checks.
Did the lantern go?
Oh, well, first, someone gets zatted.
Yep, and that'll be
Zapping.
Little Sparkle.
No, no.
You're gonna take 40 lightning.
Okay.
And you're
And
going to wind up
then-
over there.
Yeah, you're gonna end up over there.
Hey.
They Shazammed you, dude.
You have
Ah.
is your move at least 7?
Not naturally, but I can extend it with shenanigans.
Okay. Because you need at least 7 to get next to Sakar.
Yep.
And it's gonna take us to Randus.
All right. Keeper's Prescience, banking at 18. Nice.
There you go.
Well, I'll guess I'll go ahead and use a minor action to Arcana to figure out the general deal with these lanterns.
Religion.
A religion,
But yeah.
yes. Let me double check with that.
Do you get a sub? You gonna swap out your Arcana for religion or anything?
No,
No.
No,
I'm
but
not-
it's still pretty beefy.
babbling to get in somewhere or anything. So,
It's only low for him.
Are you planning on
Ooh.
hitting her? If not,
let it ride.
I mean, hard DC, the last time you hit was a 36, right? That somebody did a check. It was, I forget who
What
rolled a
was it?
36.
I did. I rolled a 33 and was too low.
I'm prone to agree that trying to get this information is pretty key right now.
So go ahead and swap it.
That would bring us up to what, a 55?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a 55
that should definitely get there.
Okay. I will spend my 18.
Okay.
This is the point where the listeners are going to yell at us and realize that we screwed up right here.
Okay. So you want the general stuff about the lanterns?
Yeah.
Okay. So generally, these lanterns each attack on their turn. They each deal a different type of damage. They each have a different effect, and they each have different conditions for which that they do and that they act, or that they inflict or whatever. They also, who they target is a specific condition. They are tied to Fiend's divinity, so they're essentially indestructible, like she is.
Okay. So, yeah, I think we just need to take out Fiend. They're pretty much indestructible like her. And I will use my move as a minor to send Girdivad Mixture to Little Sparkle.
Sweet, thank you.
So that she can heal. 26 would be 15 plus 7, 22. Your healing surge value plus 22.
But I do not actually have to spend the healing surge.
Do not. And you get a plus
Fantastic.
2 to all. Let me double check. What's that feat? Is it all defenses? Reinforcing healing to all defenses until the end of whenever I restore. So to the end of my next turn. So yep, plus 2 bonuses to all defenses.
Great, thank you.
And for a standard action,
All of our +5s go away.
well, I haven't ended my turn yet.
Oh, okay. I mean, if there's anybody that needs any, I don't know. I mean,
put a prophecy of doom upon Fiend, and
nice.
we are an ally who hits the target with an attack and choose to make the attack a critical hit. Effect lasts until the end of my next turn or until someone uses it.
Neat.
Prophecy of Doom, please step up.
All right. Range 5, standard action. I will do that upon Fiend then.
Does the Undertaker have a theme song, Matthew?
He does. It goes bong.
All right. Now entering the library.
I think I'll have to end it there.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see any reason to spend an action point.
All right. That's going to take us to Little Sparkle.
So I can move and then charge.
Yeah.
You can move and then charge, yeah.
All right, then that's going to be the plan. So 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll move, and then I will charge to be adjacent to Sakar.
You have to charge here pretty much.
Yep. And she will look a little nervous as she just like, I really hope this doesn't, I don't know, end the universe, and stab Fiend with the dagger on her starfish.
Okay.
And remember, you can make it a crit.
If she hits.
Yeah, okay, I have to roll even though she's unconscious.
Yeah, even against helpless opponents, you do have to roll.
Okay. Then, yeah.
Make it a good one.
I don't know. Should I take the crit? It's until when?
Until the end of my next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to hit.
Yeah.
Sure. So, I have to hit to make it a crit first.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You hit, and then you can decide to make it a crit.
All right. Well, I do have combat advantage because she's prone, so it's going to be.
Yeah. I mean, you have combat advantage because he's helpless.
Yeah, that's true. Jeez. So it's going to be that
kind
number.
of,
Say,
kind of a,
say that one more time. Make us sound like terrible jerks.
I mean, she did sell us out. And
Intentionally sell us out, and she set us up with that fake message.
And try to murder us.
And you still get the +1 bonus for charging?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Stab her in her third eye.
All right, 52 to hit.
Oh, good.
52 will hit.
Okay. Just melee basic because I'm charging. So, is my melee
That's
basic?
Okay. We don't need to calculate that.
Okay, fair enough.
Little Sparkle charges Fiend and basically dives onto her and stabs her through, presumably where her heart would be.
Mm-hmm.
Like one stab or repeated, like, take this.
Just like very like a clean, deep stab, and like probably like a hesitance, of like, do I need to spend an action point to do this again?
You don't get that far.
Oh boy.
As soon as you stab through and begin to think to yourself, did this work? The starfish begins to glow. Thiene's eyes, all three of them, fly open, glowing with a blue light. All the lanterns go out and just fall and clatter to the ground, at which a huge surge of energy just explodes out of Thiene, knocking pretty much everybody except for Little Sparkle away from her, as Little Sparkle is essentially holding on to her dagger for dear life, being like buffeted by these energies that fly out. Lightning bolts shoot out, score the walls, burn, like explode the books, get pretty close to Dalin's hair.
Not the hair.
Yeah. And
beautiful Eldrin hair.
Finally, all of that energy seems to stop where it is. Like the lightning bolts just freeze as they strike, and all the dots of energy and currents of essence stop where they are. And then as quickly as they burst out, they begin to flow back in, again, very intensely, knocking books around, making papers fly out, barely ruffling Dalin's hair. And instead of, they don't flow back into Thiene, they flow back into the starfish, as Little Sparkle and Thiene had essentially been like lifted up about a foot off the ground. They fall, and when they fall, Thiene's form just like deconstitutes, as though she had been made out of sand. And then there's just sand there.
You killed a god.
The starfish is glowing, and like Little Sparkle like realizes that she's like basically has a death grip on her dagger, and she can she can feel like her feathers stand on end as the starfish is sort of glowing and emanating some amount of energy. And then it absolutely feels like it even seems to be sort of directionally down as she feels the energy drain out of it. And then you guys, as the starfish cools down, not that it was hot, but as it stops glowing, you guys hear a reverberant sound that's like
oh crap. And I think that's where we're going to end it this week.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody for joining us. I just had the realization that we sent all the godly energy of the god of knowledge to the void gods.
That shattered the sky.
Yeah, the thing that shatters the sky.
I still say there's worse possibilities.
I mean, yes, maybe, but I mean, we're not going to find out this episode, so I guess we might as well just, oh, hey, patrons, you get to listen to next week's episode right now. Well, unless you're listening to this week's episode a week early, but for those of you who are not a patron, now's the perfect time to get over to patreon.com/major spoilers, sign up at that silver level, and you can find out what happens next.
Nice.
Could be some
future people, but not so far in the future people that you're actually too far in the future people.
I mean, we could hit that goal where you get to hear episodes 2 weeks ahead of time.
Ooh.
I mean, that's the next goal.
Ooh.
I mean,
sounds like back-to-back mailbags to me.
Yep. And we need to talk about our epic density.
Rob, what have I told you about spoiling my plans for programming on this channel? Anyway, thank you everybody for checking us out. We hope to see you again next week. And until then, here's hoping all of your dice rolls are a banked 20.
Yeah.
This podcast is copyright 2020 by Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC.